Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. You know what time it is. It's time for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame 2025. These are my nominations for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. If you're not familiar with the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, it is run by the Commish over at Legends Never Die. And the purpose of it is to acknowledge channels in our sports card community that are doing a fantastic job, as well as to network, get other people knowing about different channels that you might not know about. There's lots of little niches within niches in our card community. And so this event helps everybody know about some good channels that are doing some good things. Some criteria for my nominations: I do channels that I enjoy to watch. I do channels that have creative/entertaining content. I do channels that I have a personal connection with. We've connected in person or through YouTube comments, but we have some type of interaction with that person. And lastly, that they are generous in the card community, whether it be their time, encouragement, or even cards. Giving back to the community, I think, is important as well. So I thought no better way to acknowledge sports card YouTube creators than by, instead of showing cards that remind me of those channels, how about showing some Lego minifigures that I feel like have something to do with these channels. So my first nomination is Orlando at A Collector's Dream, represented by this Batman, Lego Batman. And this is the old school variant. He's got purple gloves. He's got the long ears there. And this reminds me of Orlando because Orlando's channel, he's always showing some vintage cards, something you're learning about. So this is kind of a vintage Batman. So this is why I picked this minifigure. They're going to be loose. Just go with me. This is the best idea I had to come up with. So there we go for Orlando. I love Orlando's channel. I feel like you're always learning something, and he's always supporting other channels. So Orlando, you have my first nomination. I'm going in alphabetical order, and so that means next up I've got Robert at A Mess of Things, represented by this Lego racer. He's a jetpack racer, and why I did this is because Robert is a driver. He does Uber and that kind of thing. And so, and I just thought this, it's got Octane on the side of it. I just thought this was a sweet, awesome minifigure. So that one is going to represent Robert. If you're not familiar with A Mess of Things, super creative channel, super generous channel, daily minute rips every single day. And he gives those cards away to members of the card community. So super creative, super generous. Love Robert, love his channel. Robert, you get a nomination. Next nomination is Adam's Card Closet. Adam is represented by this Lego firecracker costume minifigure. He's holding some type of glycerin or something like that. And why I picked this minifigure is because I feel like whenever you see Adam's collection, it's just like boom, it's like bang, like just some amazing cards. And so that minifigure is going to represent Adam. If you're not familiar with Adam's Card Closet, he does TTMs. He has like the largest collection. If you're like, I wonder if Adam has that card, he probably does. Super awesome member of the community and is always supporting other channels, shouting out other channels. Adam, you get a nomination. Next nomination is Eddie from Eddie's Cardboard Chaos, represented by this minifigure of Boxer. One, because Eddie collects boxing cards, so I thought that was pretty, that made sense. And then also, Eddie is just kind of tenacious like a boxer. And so there we go. If you're not familiar with Eddie, Eddie also does TTMs. He also does vintage pickups. He's a channel that has influenced how I collect. And he's just a big supporter of the card community. And I think he's always trying to remind people to be kind, to be friendly to people. And I think that's important, especially in this day and age. So Eddie, you get a nomination. The next nomination, I don't know if you've heard about this channel before. I happen to mention him sometimes in our videos, but it is Andy from Flying Dutchman Cards, represented by this Michelangelo minifigure. Check out the turtle shell on the back. Pretty sweet. And why did I pick this? Well, what's more 1989 than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? If you don't know Andy at Flying Dutchman Cards, well, he happens to be probably the world's foremost 1989 Topps collector. His collection is just growing and growing. Super impressive. I happen to watch all of Andy's videos. I love them all. They make me laugh. Nepotism, obviously, because he's my brother.
Exactly.
Also, Packapalooza 5 coming up soon. So stay tuned for that, where we open up a lot of packs, give them away, all the brainchild of Andy of Flying Dutchman cards. So Andy, you get my nomination. Next up, we have the cardmunity angel herself, Julie Farnham, represented by Cheetah. And why is that? Because a main part of Julie's videos are the Krakens that are cats. And this is the only cat adjacent type minifigure I had. So Julie, that is why you are represented by Cheetah. She also has all the goods, because if you don't know Julie, Julie is one of the most generous members of the cardmunity, one of the co-founders with For the Pulls of the Spinach, Goose, CN Tower, Chili Dog Hunt happening March 1st, so stay tuned for that as well. Always posting videos, always supporting other channels, and always giving back to the cardmunity, sending people amazing care packages. If you're not familiar with Julie Farnham, make sure to subscribe to her as well as all the other channels that I mentioned as well. But Julie, you have my nomination. My next nomination is Mike from Ripping for Rookies, represented by this sweet 80s dude with the guitar. And why do I know secret knowledge about Mike used to be in an 80s band? Check out the back of that. He's going on tour. No, why I picked this is because Mike's channel is always like a party. He's always got something going on where he's either giving away cards, he's supporting other people, he's having a break, and it's always like 5 to 10 other people are on the stream with him as well. He's just a connector, people bringing people into the cardmunity, and he runs the Steve Marquez tribute celebration of life every year. He started that. I think that's so cool that we're supporting Steve Marquez's family after his passing, a member of our community. And so Mike, just an awesome dude, and you have my nomination. We're moving right along with RJ from RJ Collects Set as my next nomination, represented by this minifigure of, I believe this is the Calculator. This is from one of the Lego Batman movies, and you can check it out. Oh, there he goes. He's super pumped. And why did I pick this minifigure for RJ? If you're not familiar with RJ, RJ collects sets. Means he collects all types of sets, mini sets, some super sweet slabbed Kmart cards, box sets, lots of things. He's posting 3 times a week, giving away cards every single week. Just super generous, and just one of those channels that also is influenced my collecting a lot. If you're not familiar with RJ, go check him out. The Calculator, because he has such a large collection and has got to be super organized to keep track of all that stuff, and so that's why RJ is the RJ is the Calculator man, and you get my nomination. Next nomination is Shane from Shoebox Legends, represented by this Benny minifigure, and you're asking me like why pick this one, and a couple reasons. Stay with me. So Benny's based off of old space Legos from the 80s, but it's also like a newer minifigure. It reminded me of Shane's love for like rediscovered tops, the buyback cards, that type of thing. So it's kind of like a buyback minifigure. Does that kind of make sense? Also, Shane loves old cards and new cards, represented by this minifigure. So there we go. Shane is another one of those channels. Awesome guy, shouting out tons of channels all the time, and also super influenced how I collect. It's gonna be the channel that I'm looking at the most, where I pick up cards right after I view his channel. I'm like, oh, I need to find the Daryl Strawberry of that type of card. Awesome channel, really deserves to be a Hall of Fame member. That's why, Shane, you get my nomination. My final nomination is Zach's Cards and Collectibles, represented by this man in a corn costume. And why is that? If you don't know, Zach's also a farmer. So there we go. He's farming for food as well as sweet card deals in his videos. Zach is another just member that is bringing people together. I was fortunate enough to be a part of his live stream this last summer, and then you go through all of his live streams on Thursdays, and he's just connecting with different people in the cardmunity, loves supporting other people, another just super generous member of the cardmunity. And Zach, you deserve to be in the hall as well, and so you get my nomination. let's just go through them real quick. In case you forgot, in case you hadn't watched right there, but we got
A Collector's Dream, A Mess of Things, Adam's Card Closet, Eddie's Cardboard Chaos, Flying Dutchman Cards, Julie Farnham, Ripping for Rookies, RJ Collects Sets, Shoebox Legends, and Zach's Cards and Collectibles.
that is my class for the YouTube Sports Cards Hall of Fame 2025. Good luck, everybody. Last thing, I got something in the mail today from a member of the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. That is 4-leaf cards. And so I'm going to open this up and see what it is. Eric, thank you so much for sending something our way. Congrats on your all-star selection. Sorry I'm way late. Have an awesome day. Eric from 4-leaf cards. Eric, it turned out perfectly because today's the day I'm doing my YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, and I didn't know it has been a little while since this happened, so I didn't know if I was an all-star or not, but I think I am because check that out. Oh, that is pretty sweet. I am very humbled. Thank you everybody who voted for me to be a YouTube Sports Card all-star, and you gotta love the 1989 all-star font there. Let me take this out. I hope. Okay, good. I didn't want to break it there. There you go. We'll just add that to the stage. That's going to be super cool. I bet Kaylin is going to love that as well. Eric, thank you for doing that, as well as the Commish Legends Never Die. Thank you for doing all your work for the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame. And at the end of the day, we just got to keep supporting each other and being kind to people. If you have a card that you think will fit in somebody else's PC better than yours, share it with them. Send it to them. That's my encouragement. It's super fun to be generous. And so, as all these channels do, be generous. There you go. Who knew? The more you know. That's all I got. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to rock and roll. Where's my hot dog saxophone?